7, 8,
Welcome to Explore Kids
9,
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm counting your hairs.
Why?
What was I up to? 12. What? Sorry?
Why?
Why? What? Why am I
counting my hair?
So I know how many there are.
There's probably...
Why else would you count something? So you know how many there are. That's a reason for counting something, isn't it? To know how many. So I've lost count now. I'll have to start again. 1, 2.
You're gonna be there for like
3,
50 years.
Yeah, it is actually a bit of an impossible job, isn't it? Do you think you'd have a better job with me?
Still no.
No, because you
can't. Still got loads, but they're just short.
You're constantly telling me that I've got no hair, but I actually have. And
even the very have any hair here.
Yeah, and even the very limited amount of hair that I do actually still have.
You've got quite a lot on the back.
Realistically, you'd never be able to count, would you? You'd never be able to count. But there is a reason why I was doing that, actually. Okay, and that was because there is a verse in the Bible that says this. It's Matthew chapter 10. Verse 30, and it says, "But the very hairs of your head are all numbered." Matthew chapter 10, verse 30. In other words, God has counted the hairs on all of our heads. God even knows how many hairs we've got on our head.
Doesn't he know how many hairs we're going to have on our heads before we're even born?
Well, yeah, he does actually, because the reality is what we're actually talking about today is that God knows everything about us, okay? So, because sometimes people think, oh, nobody really knows me, nobody really understands me, nobody really gets me. But actually, God really does. He knows us, he understands us completely, and he really does get us. There's a brilliant passage in the Bible that says that he knows when we sit down and when we get up. He knows when we lie down. He knows when we go for a walk. Even before we think something, he knows exactly what we're thinking. Before we speak something, he knows exactly what we're going to say. Absolutely brilliant. We're going to find out all about that today, including from a song right now. Now this one's a bit weird, isn't it? But it's a lot of fun. Here we go.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? God knows everything. Hey, guess what? Guess what? God knows everything. God knows everything. God knows everything. God knows everything. Everything. God knows when we're happy. God knows when we're sad. God knows when we are scared, excited, or glad. When things are good and we're behaving like we should. Or if you're crying because you're trapped with a lion. God is with us every single day, every place we go. God is with us, hip hip hooray, he loves us and it shows. God knows when we're happy, God knows when we're sad. God knows when we are scared, excited, or glad. When we're thinking about a tough choice, God is right there, we can listen for his voice. God is with us every single day, every place we go. God is with us
Fantastic. Do you know what I love? Just love. It's so much fun searching the internet and finding the songs for these videos every week. And that one was just really weird, but so weird it was good. Weird in a good way. Really enjoyed that. Really funky. You particularly liked his faces, didn't you? Yeah? Brilliant. But what a great message to know that God knows everything, and he knows all about us, and he knows whatever is happening to us and however we're feeling at any given time. It's because God knows all about us and God understands us. I'm going to tell you a story just about that right now. What are you doing? Making something?
Yes.
Oh, well, very strange. Okay, right, here we go. So, story is about two guys, one called Philip and one called Nathaniel. Now, they might have been brothers, they might have been cousins, they may just have been good friends. We don't know because the Bible doesn't tell us. But Philip was the one who met Jesus first. This was right at the beginning of Jesus' ministry as he was meeting all of his disciples. And he met up with Philip.
Who are the people that are next?
I think they're probably all disciples that's already made. If I remember rightly, one of them is Peter. And Peter was the one that I think introduced Jesus. Yeah, I think Peter's the one that introduced Jesus to Philip. And Philip got talking to Jesus, and Jesus got talking to Philip. And Philip got left thinking, wow, this is amazing. God promised to send the Messiah. That's the chosen one, the one from God, the Son of God, to come and help us. And this is him, this Jesus from Nazareth. That's him. I've got to go and tell everybody. And I've got to go and tell Nathaniel. So he found Nathaniel sitting under a tree, reading by the look of it. And he said, Nathaniel, you've got to come. I found the Messiah. It's Jesus of Nazareth. And Nathaniel thought, hang on a minute. You're telling me that the Messiah, the chosen one, that God had promised to send us, is from Nazareth? Don't be ridiculous. Nothing good ever comes from Nazareth. You must be wrong. I'm not wrong. Come and meet him for yourself, and then you will know. So, sure enough, Nathanael went with Philip, and he met Jesus. And Jesus looked at him and said, here is a good Israelite, someone who keeps the law and who does what's right. And Nathanael thought, does this guy know me? He says, how did you know that? And Jesus says, I know a lot more than that. I saw you when you were sitting underneath the tree when Philip came to get you. My goodness. How did he know that? Philip, did you tell him? No, I haven't said a word to him. Oh my goodness. And Nathanael was absolutely amazed.
Flabbergasted.
Absolutely flabbergasted. He discovered that Jesus really was the Messiah, really was God's chosen one, and that he knew all about him. And that's because God does know all about us. God understands us completely. And not only does he understand us completely, he loves us completely as well. And that's what we want.
100%.
Absolutely. We want you to go away from watching this video knowing that God loves you and that God gets you. God knows you completely. He understands you completely. He knows how you're feeling all of the time, whatever's happening to you, and he understands. So you can trust in him, you can talk to him, you can lean on him, you can ask him for help, and you know that he won't be distracted by pulling sellotape. He'll actually listen to you and he'll understand what you're saying to him because he knows all about you. You're having fun there?
Yes.
Fantastic. Shall we make something?
Yes.
Okay, let's make something right now. And this is what we're going to make.
Oh, you got that.
And can you read that? It says, he has counted my hairs. I was going to make this a beard, okay, and right, he has counted my hairs on the beard. I obviously got a bit distracted and forgot what I was doing. But this is what we're going to make. Oh, do you know what? I'm taking that off of you. She was going to ring this bell all the way through our craft time. She was going to ring that all the way through her craft time. I don't think I could cope with it. Okay. You're in a mischievous mood today. Right, what we're going to do. First of all, you need a piece of paper, or a piece of card is even better. Okay, and you need to cut out the shape of a head, which you can draw, well, a face. You can draw the face first, just the outline of a head. Can you do that, or do you want me to do that?
I'm going to have a go.
You're going to have a go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. I wouldn't bother with the ears. They're the tricky things to do. Just cut the head right. I did do ears, yeah. I did do ears. There's my ears, look, there. And there. But you don't need ears. Oh, you've done ears anyway.
Yes.
That's very good. Okay. Now, of course, as we always say, scissors are sharp. And if you need some help, or if you want somebody to help you cut this out, cut out the shape of a head, then by all means, get somebody to do that. To be honest, probably will help you if you're going to do it yourself, to draw the outline of the head to cut round, which Ellie's not done. You happy with that? That's good. Just needs a face drawn on it now, El.
It's wonky,
Okay.
wonky.
Just draw a face on it now. We'll just make yours, I think, because that'll be quicker. Okay, so that's it. Not too close to the top, actually, because no, but that's all right. That'll be okay. Because we need to show you what to do next. You need some wool, okay, as well. Okay, we didn't have any wool for our last craft, or at least we had some wool like this wool, but we didn't have multicoloured wool. I wonder how you got on with that craft, by the way. Did you do it with crepe paper, like we did, tissue paper, or did you do it with coloured string or wool, or did you not get to do it at all, which of course is okay.
Pen.
You need a red pen. Why do you need a red pen?
You'll find out. Or
Okay.
pink. Red or dark pink.
Here's a red. Okay. Oh, a tongue. Okay, you're done. Can you show everybody? Because they're wondering what's going on down there. Okay. No, show them, please. Come on.
Got one more thing.
Oh, one more thing to do. There we go. Finished off the tongue. Of course, you have to finish the tongue off. Can you see the bit that she finished off? Just that little black line down there on the tongue. So anyway, that's what she's done. Now what you need to do is you need a hole punch. Okay.
I like hole punch.
Now this is a bit tricky as well, so you might want to get somebody to help you. But basically, what you're doing, Ellie, is you're just going to punch some holes in the top of the head. Okay. So do you want to get on and do
What's the
that?
actual hole punch? Because I don't want to punch out the eye.
I don't know. You're just going to have to experiment and do the best you can. It won't actually matter.
Oh, it's that. Just a bit far in.
Yeah. So you need to punch a fair few holes. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've punched about 15 or 16 holes.
I'm only going to do 3.
No. Do a few more than that. Do you want me to do some?
Yeah, because
It's a bit
they
tricky.
just keep cutting off.
No, it's a bit hard.
Got
Right.
all in his head. My little one's much better.
So you just put as many holes in as you want to.
It looks like someone's eating his head.
It does look like somebody's eating his head. Look at that. And then what we're gonna then simply what you do is you take some string and you poke them through the holes. Now what I've done on this one, okay, is I've got it longer at the back than I have at the front. You don't have to do that. You could have it the same length, or you could even have it longer at the front, I suppose.
What do you do to
If you
get
wanted
it
it.
stuck?
You just hang it through.
Yeah, but then
Um,
it can come.
What you do at the end is just stick a bit of sellotape across the back, just to hold it in place, and to hold it still, and that will do that.
Be my stand. Hold it.
I'll hold it for you. I'll hold its ears. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So just poke it through. And then, so it's just simply a question of just poking them through, and then what you're obviously going to do when you're finished, if you want to, is write on there somewhere, he's counted the hairs on my head, or some such thing, or maybe write the Bible verse out. Which is Matthew chapter 10 verse 30. Even the hairs on your head are numbered, which basically means God's counted them, or God just knew how many there were to start off with, which is obviously probably much more true, that God just knew. But you know, I like the idea of thinking that God cares about me so much that he would actually sit and count the hairs on my head anyway. Because that's just the kind of thing that my Heavenly Father
This guy died.
would do for me. No, he's just unfortunate enough to have only had. There's another hole there you can use, just there. Look. It's just unfortunate enough to have only had green as an option for his hair.
People are staring at us as though they think we're strange.
Yeah, but we're not.
We are.
We're not.
We are.
Right, so there we are. And that's all done. And you can stick a bit of sellotape across the back of it if you want to. And
Is that good enough?
yeah, that's all right. And of course, write on there the words Matthew 10, 30, or just he's counted the hairs on my head, or he's counted my hairs. There you go. And then it's all done. And that's our time up again. Time flies so quickly with these videos, and it's such a shame. But thanks so much for tuning in. And we're going to say, and our little men with their funny hair are going to say bye, bye. Have a great rest of the day, rest of the week, and we'll see you again very, very soon. See you later. Bye.